Hi, welcome. Long time no see. I'm sure this video will just end up being a bunch of random clips. Currently, I'm in the middle of hopefully finishing today or tomorrow because this book needs to get done. It's One Day in December by Josie Silver. This is our book club pick of the month for December. I did not like it at first. I think I'm enjoying it a lot more now because I went into it thinking this was gonna be like Emily Henry's type of like romance or something, and it's not. Characters can be very, very, very unlikable, and their actions literally make me so mad. Let me show you. I'll be writing all over the pages. There's one moment that made me so mad. Yeah, I had to pull out a whole sticky note to write how absurd it was. Like this. Every little red tab on this book is a red flag for the main love interest, the guy. There's a couple cute moments. It's just hard to root for them. But I think once I shift my perspective of like, oh, this isn't gonna be a cute romance where the male character is just absolutely perfect, and just read it as unlikable characters and their lives and what happens to them like throughout their lives, I'm liking it a lot more. It actually made me cry. It got an emotion out of me. I've also been reading Iron Flame. I have been reading Iron Flame since November. On and off. Like, there's just straight weeks that I have not been reading it because I seriously considered like DNFing this, and I don't DNF books. I can't do it. Even if a book is bad, I have to know what happens. I have to read it all and be like, yep, I absolutely hated it. Read every single word and hated it. I have this much left. There's literally been parts where I've been like skipping pages because I'm like, I feel like this book is way too long for no reason, and I'm really hoping that because I'm this much in, I'll actually get more into it. Now I'm honestly just trying to finish One Day in December because I have another holiday book. I was looking at my bookshelf yesterday and I freaked out because I was like, oh, I literally have another book that I wanted to read during December, and I didn't because I forgot it was up there, which is why now I realize why people make TBRs. That's kind of like really smart. Trying to get this finished so that I can read that. This might get done in 2024 because I really want to read it. I don't just want to go into the spoilers. I'm 360 pages in, and this book is 623. And I can show you guys, I made a reading journal. So let me go set that up and I can show you guys what I've done. So this is just a journal. Ignore my chipped nail polish. If it bothers you, close your eyes. I had my 2023 reading journal in here, but I've made my 2024 one. And I did a little cover page. I have strawberries at the top, dragons because obviously Fourth Wing, and I'm so excited to find more books with dragons in them because that was really awesome. I'm also gonna do this to record any movies that I watch, like any new films that I watch in 2024, so I put that in there. And then these two books with a little mug on them are supposed to be A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Silver Flames. Next are my 2024 reading goals. So my goals are read 50 books, reduce my TBR down to 5 to 10 books, 3 new books, limit a month, and that includes my book club book of the month, so technically I can only get 2 new books. Don't buy the whole series without reading the first book. Very good rule. I literally have full series on my TBR. Finish the Throne of Glass series. I really, really want to do that next year, and I probably will. And I want to read The Priory of the Orange Tree because that has been on my TBR for a while and I really, really want to read it. It's just such a big book. That book is intimidating. This is my start of the year TBR. I wrote down all the books that are on my physical TBR right now so that at the end of the year, hopefully, if not all of them, I wish it could be all of them, but it probably won't be. Like the majority of this will be checked off. And then I left a second page because I'm getting books for Christmas. And then I have my book series. I think so far I only have 3 series that I'm on right now. So I'm only putting in series that I'm currently reading, not just that I own the first book of or anything, just series that I'm currently reading and I know that I do want to continue the series. These are for my monthly stats, so at the end of the year I can do a total of how many of everything. Is just, I don't know, I just think that's fun information to have. So I have books, pages, TBR, so what books I read from my TBR that month, any books that I bought, 5-star reads, and DNFs. And then I have this list where every time I finish a book, I'm going to write the star rating, the title, when I started it, when I finished it, and how many pages it is, which I can show you over here is how I did it this year as well for all the books I read. And then I did, I think, 4 pages of this. Yeah, which is really a lot, but you know, one can dream. And then I did my 2024 library. I have my star ratings, so I'll color in the book in the color that, you know, is for that star rating. And I think I have 50 books in here, so if I read more than 50, I can always just draw another shelf. And that's all I have for my reading journal for 2024. Whoa! Whoa! The sun gotta chill. Literally, all I'm trying to say is that I finished One Day in December this morning. I could have finished it yesterday, but I didn't read that much during work. I didn't annotate as much in the end. I just feel like the whole beginning, because you do follow, you follow the main character, but it's kind of intertwined between her best friend, and then the guy. Yeah, you follow them for a decade, I think it is. And I feel like in the beginning they're all young and dumb, they're just doing the best they can. But at the same time, it was just whenever it would be in the guy's point of view, that's when all the red tabs would come out. So I feel like after a while, things happen, people fall apart. I'm not in his head as much. They're not together as much. So I didn't pull out any more tabs because they just weren't together. Because I just feel like it was just every single one of their interactions together between the main 2 characters that was what was pissing me off. And then the ending, I don't know, I was kind of cringing a little bit. I can't say without spoiling it, but if you know, you know. And I just didn't really love it. I didn't really like how that happened. And yeah, so this ended up being a 3-star. And this is the only book I have finished in December, but I made it to my reading goal of 2023, which was 32 books. I think originally it was just supposed to be 30, but I did 32 for some reason. And then next up, I want to start This Time Next Year by Sophie Cousins. I want to say Cousins, but I'm going to say Cousins because I feel like I'd rather mispronounce the name like that. Their lives began together, but the worlds couldn't be more different. After years of misconnections, they're about to meet again. So, it's giving this, but shorter. Oh my god, not this one having recipes too. One Day in December had recipes at the end as well. Oh. We'll see. I feel like my face just made that seem like I read the worst description ever. It says sparkling and uplifting. I'm kind of really excited to read it. And I think this is so fitting because this will most likely be the last book of 2023 for me, and it's about New Year's, so that's adorable. 6 days away from Christmas. Terrifying. I literally have Christmas gifts I need to wrap, so I'm gonna start this later. I will update you when I continue reading it. I also just wanted to say, if you wanted to read this, I'm not trying to discourage you from reading it. If you are for morally great characters and you just want to follow their lives, I think this is a good book for that. I just really didn't like the main guy. I didn't want them to be together. There's just certain things in it that I can't discuss without spoiling the book. There is a cheating trope in here. If you don't like that, don't read this. It gets very, very messy, but if that's what you like, then you would definitely enjoy this book because not everybody in book club has read it or finished it yet. One of my friends read it and she absolutely loved it. She gave it 5 stars. It's rare that she gives a book 5 stars, so that is really, really high praise for this. So if you were interested in it, don't let my opinion of it discourage you. You might enjoy it a lot. Okay, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this really random vlog. I'm getting ready to wrap it up. I just wanted to say, I gotta grab them. This was so weird and not planned, but these two books were so similar. This one will go back to like specific New Year's. And then this one kind of like something always ends up happening around like Christmas time. I don't know, I just thought that was really weird. I felt like I read the same book twice kind of, except I like these characters way more. It gave me more of that like rom-com, warm-hearted feeling. This one still has all its red tabs on it that I just can't look past, and I enjoyed this one a lot more. And also, this was my first audiobook that I've tried listening to, even though I've read like half the book, listened to half the book, but I really enjoyed it. I don't remember who was narrating it, but I listened to it on Spotify because they had it on there. I don't know, whoever was narrating it did a really good job. I really enjoyed it. This ended up being a 3.5. This one was a 3, yeah, 3 out of 5. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was really cute for like what it was. Kind of just like a Christmassy New Year's romance book, and it's pretty short, so I'm very happy I finally got 2 books read in December, even though I thought it was gonna be just one. It was there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my bookshelves. I'm running out of room for my read books. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you around next time.